Now, when you're locked up, you're going to come across people that have all types of different nicknames. Ones that had the name when they was on the streets, or ones that just got named that shit since they've been incarcerated. For this video here, I'm going to be telling y'all the craziest and most dumbest and funniest nicknames that I came across that people had when I did my time down here in the state of Florida.
Haha, Dom the best. Finna be this way till I EOS. Take it how you want, nigga. Yeah, I'm a pro. Fuck around, I'll bust your lot while you're at Vizzo. I hate to be this way, but I live for the moment. Waking up every day, show me an opponent. Shanks on deck, hitting bitches with locks. So much pool, I can even start you from the box. You don't wanna pay rent, got me bent. Got lax on deck, your money was well spent. Vultures on the prowl, so don't try testing. Step 2, cause violent first steps finessing. You a hold down man? Suitcase this, my cell phone, and my charger don't walk with a limp. You get it knocked off or missing, you gon' get it. Next time I see you ass, you gon' leave airlifted.
What's up, everybody? You already know, man. Kfrogtv back in the building. Y'all go ahead and do me that solid favor, hit that like and subscribe button, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you can see it first. Today I'm going to be speaking on crazy nicknames that you see inside of prison. Okay, now, everyone's experience is going to be totally different. You may not came across no one with these particular nicknames during your bid when you were incarcerated, or if you get incarcerated down the line. You may not, you feel me? But I'm just going to tell y'all the most funniest and stupidest ones that I seen while I was incarcerated. And this is coming from someone that had a nickname before I went to prison, okay? My nickname has been KFROG since I was like 13 years old, okay? My mom calls me Frog. My niece calls me Uncle Frog. It's been my nickname forever. I've actually had it tatted right here on my wrist before I was the age of 18, all right? And the reason for that is because my first initial is a K. My name is Kenny, okay? So KFROG, I used to always get in the shit, you know, and you know that saying when they say if you're feeling froggy, leap? Well, I used to always get in the shit. I was always leaping. So they nicknamed me Kfrog, okay? So when I went to prison, I wouldn't want no one else call me any other name other than what my name already was. Now, you know, a lot of people go to prison and they get nicknames and they stick to them nicknames because they never had a nickname. Or they go there and they don't, you know, they got a bad background of the nickname they once had. So they go there pretending there's someone else or getting a name while they're in there to cover up, you know, some shit they had hidden in the closet from before, whether it's a bad past of drugs or snitching or whatever it may be. So then they want to like start fresh, you know. People actually come home from prison with nicknames that they got in there when they had nicknames before they went to prison, you know. But me, I've been KFROG since day one. Now, you're going to come across people in there like you, when, you know, they'll tell you their name and shit, and you'll be looking at them like, bro, I don't even want to talk to you now. You know, I don't even feel comfortable associating with you, you know, because I'll be damned if I call you that. I'm just going to be like, hey, bro, instead of what your nickname was, okay? Like, one of the craziest nicknames that someone had when I was in prison was Skeet. All right, now, Skeet's a funny, you know, name to me because y'all know what Skeet is. When you skeeting on something, you know what I'm saying? You done busted a nut on something, that's skeeting, you feel me? So when someone's like, yeah, bro, just call me Skeet. It's like, all right, you want me to call you Nut? That's basically, you know what I'm saying? Which Nut is another name that, you know, people, you feel me? You see that shit a lot also, you feel me? Nickname Nut, you know, and it's kind of crazy because the environment that you're in, you know, like, there's a lot of, like, bad sexual stuff going on inside of prison, you know? As far as like guy on guy stuff. So it's like they make the right nicknames to have in a place like that, you know? Unless that was your name on the streets and you came in, then okay, yeah, you stand by that shit. That's your stamp, that's your name, that's what it is. But you get the nickname while you in there and that's your nickname, bruh. I'm just gonna be calling you bruh if I ever do talk to you. You feel me? I had a white boy I ran across one time. He told me his nickname was Honey Bun. So I'm like, Honey Bun? Like, out of all names, bro, your nickname is Honey Bun? And he like, yeah, well, you know, they gave me that nickname because every time they see me, I always had a honey bun in my hand. I was always eating a honey bun, or I'd always go to the canteen wanting to get a honey bun. But in my mind, and the way other people are going to look at it, is that looks like your nickname's Honey Bun because you're sweet. Because honey buns are sweet. You feel me? And sweet can mean like sweet, or like you got sugar in your tank, or it can mean like you're sweet, which means like it basically narrows you down and puts you in a category to where you could be robbed, you feel me? You could be finessed, you could be milked out of your stuff. You're sweet. You ain't a threat. You feel me? So when he said his name was Honey Bun, I was like, are you for real right now, bro? Like, you really gonna walk around and tell people that's your nickname? I know damn right well that wasn't your nickname on the streets, right? And then, you know, when you come across people in there, you know, like the sissies and shit, you be hearing people scream their name across the compound. They be having names like Kiwi and Sexy. You know what I'm saying? Belladonna. Like weird shit. And you're like, who would call another man that type of shit? The people who mess with men. The ones that mess with boys, right? But it's crazy because you're going to come across so many different names in there. And people stick by it. Like I said, you know, if someone's name's Demetrius, you're going to come across someone in prison, his nickname going to be Meat. Yo, Meat, check me out. You feel me? Like, that shit, to me, it just don't fit right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got fucking unlimited amount of different nicknames you could have, and you go by that name. You know, that's what you want to be called. And, you know, you rep that shit. You feel me? Like, send videos home to your family, throwing up your gang signs and saying, you already know what time it is. Bitch, this Skeet checking in, boy. It's your boy Nut. You know what time it is. And I'm like, God, that's crazy, dog. Like, you know, just, I would never want to be one of them. You know what I'm saying? If they try to give me a nickname that I dead ass didn't fit, I'd fight over it. Like, hey, bro, don't be calling me that, bro. Straight up. Like, that ain't my name, bro. And then I'd make it to where anytime someone calls me that, we end up greeting, we end up bumping to where people know, oh, he gonna fight over that shit if you call him that. Because I'll be damned someone give me a nickname that don't fit me. You know what I'm saying? My name Kfrog. That's been my name forever. Literally, since I was a jit. You know, and I'm from Davie. You feel me? Davie, Florida. I mean, I've been in places where people be like, hey, Davie. But then after a while, they know, bitch, I'm from, hey, my name Frog. You feel me? That's just what it is. And I rep Davie to the fullest. But I wouldn't want to go in there and my nickname that I already had on the streets, my nickname just be like shadow blocked out. And then all of a sudden, my name's Davie now. Y'all call me Davie everywhere I go. Nah, bitch, you gonna know my name Frog. I'm from Davie, though. But I got a name, bro. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people they want to get a name behind something that already has weight to it. You understand? You get what I'm saying, right? Like if you was from Miami and you got a nickname and you're from Miami, they call you MIA. Your nickname's MIA. That lets everyone on the compound either know or feel like you're from Miami, or else why the hell would your nickname be MIA? So your name got weight behind it already because everybody knows Miami. They've already heard of Miami. You feel me? Rather than what your nickname was when you came in. And like I said, a lot of people do shit like that. They'll come in and they got a well-known name on the streets, well-known nickname, but in order to cover up things that they done did in their past, they may have robbed somebody, you know, they may have told on someone. You know, they may have been just a complete nobody on the streets. They could have been a straight junkie, a shit eater, and now they want to act like there's somebody in prison, so they get a new nickname. And start telling bitches, oh yeah, my name MIA. Why? Oh, because I'm from Miami. That's what they call me, MIA. Then all of a sudden, people that knew him from the streets will come in and be like, what's up, bitch? You go to calling him by what his nickname was, and then all of a sudden, he'll start hearing that his nickname's MIA. And then he's like, oh, okay. But I call him this, though. You see? But no matter where you go, you're going to come across people that got some funny-ass names. You know what I'm saying? Like Latribe. Latribe was one dude's nickname. I'm like, Latribe? Like, damn, that's kind of funny, dog. Because I used to joke, be like, boy, I'm going to have a kid, boy, name him Latribe, dog. That would, like, I used to, you know, crack out loud and joke like that. You feel me? Like, Latribe is a funny-ass name. Like, I would never, ever want to be called anything other than Frog. You feel me? Because that's what I stand on. You know, but some of these dudes, they only stand behind what their name was given to them. You'll have a dude come in and he don't get no money on the streets at all. He may get a little bit of money while he's in prison. Next thing you know, he tells people his name's Money. He'll go to another camp. Yeah, my name's Money. Yeah, my name's Money. My name's Money. Next thing you know, his nickname's Money. Everyone's calling him Money and shit. He don't got $1 to his account. He wasn't making no money on the streets. Real dope boys come in that are from his hood, know him as a person that used to get high and they buy work off of him and shit. And every time they seen him, he was all coming with change and dollars and shit. You know, like different fucking coins and stuff. But his nickname's Money. People be like, what? Yeah, his nickname Money? Man, hell no, bro. There ain't no way in hell his nickname's Money. But that's what they do, you know. They just want to run with something. It's like having a secret identity. You know what I'm saying? It's like you get to cover up the whole badness about you. You know, there's more bad than there is good, so you're going to cover it up by saying your name something different. Then word travels while you're in there. You feel me? So now they're calling you by your nickname and not what it was before. I could have went to prison and said, yeah, my name was Gutter. Okay, Gutter, welcome to fucking Charlotte. And they would have just been calling me Gutter for the rest of my whole bid. And the next thing you know, Gutter would have been ringing bells. The name Gutter, which there's always a gutter on the compound. There's always a savage. There's always a gangster. There's always a boss. There's always a bunch of them. You feel me? But I could have said my name was Gutter if I wanted to cover up the KFROG background. But never that. Because that's my name. That's what I stand on. That's like saying I'm a nobody when I've been somebody on the streets before I even went to prison. You feel me? So I'm going to keep pushing my name while I'm incarcerated. You know, like I told y'all, man, before, Kfrogtv didn't start in prison. Kfrogtv started on Instagram before I even went to prison. Back when you could only put like a 10 to 12 second video on Instagram. You feel me? I've always been screaming Kfrogtv. I just kept it going while I was in prison. You feel me? So I never want to be called something that I wasn't called. That would have been like me going there, changing my name to Gutter, like I was saying, and covering up the whole KFROG shit. And then get out, and then, you know, you don't hear any good or bad stories about KFROG when he was in prison. You don't hear that he was beating people up or getting beaten up. You want to hear it. Why? Because I didn't go by the name KFROG and now I went by the name Gutter. You see? So that's what people do. Just like when you're in there, they wanted to know of anything KFROG did on the streets because I told them my name was Gutter. You know, people want to sweep shit under the rug and hide shit. And to me, I feel like that's a coward route. You know, if you got a nickname that your friends on the streets call you or your family calls you, your homeboys and shit, your girlfriends, bitches you messed with, if that was your name and you went to prison and you told them to call you something else, then you took the coward route. That's how I look at it. Because you wasn't man enough to hold your own and put on for yourself and your name what you truly are called and what you're supposed to represent inside your heart. That's your name. You took the coward route. You know, that's like when people are scared and they join gangs because they can't stand alone, so they join a gang. You feel me? Because they got numbers. They got other people that are going to get involved and fight their battles for them and with them. They are never alone. Even a one-on-one fight, they're not alone. They got all these brothers of theirs that makes the other person scared to truly paint him, be scared to truly beat his ass, beat the brakes off of him, because they're in the back of their mind, they're worried what their brothers are going to do. Yeah, they'll let you fight one-on-one and you win, but they're not going to let you drag their brother, mop the fucking dorm with him, slide over there with his body and slide over there with his body and sit on him and just beat his ass to sleep. They're not going to let you do none of the stuff that you probably are eligible and capable of doing. Why? Because he's in a gang and they're going to back him. You feel me? That's the same thing. When people have a name, they change it to some other shit while they're in prison so they can get like a fresh slate. And a lot of people do that shit when they told on the streets. You feel me? They'll go in there. So that way when you're in there, and you hear this name, this name, this name, this name constantly over and over again. But when you see them, people from other camps hear about it, and they never once trigger and catch on to, oh, that's the one dude that was on that one dude's paperwork. Or that's the one dude that was on such and such. You feel me? Because if you know someone that's a rat, and you know their name is known for being a rat, their actual real nickname, then when you hear about it on your compound, you're going to be like, oh, he from such and such? Yeah. Oh, yeah, man, I heard he told on fucking some dude, whatever. They robbed a 7-Eleven together or whatever. You feel me? Like that. And then word get around that he's a rat. But instead, you see that same individual walking around with a new nickname, wants to be named after their city or where they claim they from or just a different nickname in general, then you know they obviously were trying to cover up what their true nickname was on the streets. You feel me? And I would never, ever do that, like I said. No matter all the craziest nicknames, you feel me? You got dudes in there. One dude's name in there, his name was CK, right? And I'm like, okay, CK, that don't seem that bad, you know what I'm saying? But when he would like write letters and when he would like, you know, tell people on the window, when he would yell at the window to their doors, he didn't say CK. He didn't be like, yeah, bitch, it's CK. He'd be like, bitch, this cop killer. This cop killer, bro. What's up, this cop killer? I'm like, bro, like that is a hot ass name, bro. Like, I would never want no nickname like that, bro. Them police gonna beat your ass to sleep, dog. And then for you to have that nickname, you ain't had that nickname on the streets 9 times out of 10. Unless you caught a body and you ended up bagging an officer, that's how you landed in prison. But I wouldn't even feel cool hanging out with a person, bro, and that's his nickname. I would literally be calling his ass CK. I wouldn't be calling him the full name. So then it's like you're getting the abbreviation off of your name now. You're not literally your full nickname. You feel me? That'd be like me telling people to call me KG. Why KG? Well, because it's short for KFROG. You feel me? Like, hell no, bitch, my name Frog. KFROG, that's me. You see what I'm saying? But when you're incarcerated, man, don't matter. It ain't just prison. It's anywhere you go. You gonna see some people that got some dead-ass, goofy-ass names. And I feel like the longer you're in there, the goofier them shits sound. Literally, like, there's no way around it. Like, I'm like, man, you be calling home and telling your peoples and signing your letters with that being your nickname? Like, where the hell, who named you that? What made you get that nickname? Because you didn't just name it yourself. You wasn't just like, oh, yeah, bro, my name gonna be One Hit Frank. And you just started telling people, yeah, but they call me One Hit Frank. Ah, man, you probably punched someone in their shit and the dude didn't want to fight. So other people were like, oh, shit, why? One Hit Frank, bitch. And your name's Frank, so they call you One Hit Frank. So then you go around and you start telling people, yeah, my name One Hit Frank. You feel me? Like, people get named shit either by what they put out there or what they decide to be called. But ain't no way in hell that someone is going to be called a nickname that they don't want to be called unless they just a sucker, bro. If they actually promoting that name as their nickname and they don't want to be called that shit, then they a sucker, bro. Straight up. Like, that'd be like if someone was inside the damn dorm or whatever, and when the laundryman came back, he showed his boxers to the whole dorm. Hey, man, look, such and such right here, man. Look, he got fucking streak marks on his shit. So then they start nicknaming that dude Shit Stains. Hey, Shit Stains, bro, this and that, this and that. Hey, Shit Stains, check me out. Man, you gonna just sit there and let some dude call you Shit Stains? Hell no. You gonna promote it, be like, yeah, bitch, they call me Shit Stains. What's happening with you? Nah, just cooling a bit, yeah. What? Hell no, bro. And if you do that, then that means you like the attention and you didn't care about that being your nickname. Imagine having a name on the streets, a real solid name that people fuck with, that goes a long way, and then all of a sudden you get some corny-ass nickname in there, which is basically based off of people making fun of you. And now all of a sudden when you come home years later, you chilling with your dogs, you run into someone that you was in prison with, and they're like, Shit Stains, bitch, what's up? Your homeboy's gonna be like, what? Be like, yeah, bro. Be like, yeah, just, bitch, what's up, Shit Stains? Like, what? You feel me? Your homeboy's gonna be looking at you like, bro, this dude's name was Shit Stains in prison, bro. Like, what the fuck? What happened to whatever your name was? You see? Like, people just say anything to get by, and people want to cover up a lot of background. You feel me? Don't be one of them people, man. If you got a nickname on the streets when you was younger that, you know, people made fun of you of it, if you yourself know that's your nickname, man, you stand up for that shit. You represent that shit. That's like your gang. That is your gang. Your name is what you stand for and represent. You got to push that shit. You got to represent that shit, man. Don't ever try to cover it up and be something else you ain't. Don't try to get a nickname when you in prison, do fucking 8 years or however long, 10 years or 3 years, and get a nickname when you're in prison and cover up what your true nickname is, and then come home and then try to be your first nickname again. You know, like, have different lives. Yeah, my name's this on the streets, but when I get locked up, they call me this. Nah, man, don't do that shit, bro. Only suckers do shit like that. Man, you stand by that real name and you put on for that shit. Win, lose, or draw, good, bad, hot, cold, up, down, left, right, whatever it is, you make sure you put on for the name that stands behind your character. And you'll be good. You feel me? You always want the goods, the bads, and the flaws. You feel me? Don't be one of these other dudes that go up the road and get one of these goofy-ass names. I ran into a dude one time, his nickname was Pedigree. Pedigree, dog. Like, Pedigree, I'm like, bro, you got people calling you Pedigree, bitch? You know, like, in some people's minds, they'll be like, well, you know, that's what Triple H used to do when he was wrestling. You feel me? So, like, how many people do you think in their mind thought, oh, you'll pedigree someone, or you must have pedigreed someone, that's why they call you that? You know how many people in there probably thought, like I did? I was like, bro, you're named after dog food, bro. Straight up. No matter what image you put out there, bitch, your nickname's Pedigree, bro. Makes me think of dog food, bro. Don't make me think of Triple H. You feel me? Like, bro, like, you want people to call you Pedigree, dog? Like, are you kidding me? Like, it's just crazy. And the people feel like that shit's cool. That's their name. That's what they go off of. Straight up. You know, one dude, he liked Harley Davidson, so he nicknamed his name Harley. I'm like, oh, that's raw. Hell yeah, bro. He's like, yeah, man, I love the bikes, bro. I love Harley Davidson, so they call me Harley. I'm like, all right, hell yeah. You ever had any? Nah, man, I ain't never. What do you mean you ain't never had any? Oh, you used to ride them a lot, though? Nah, I ain't never been on no Harley, bro. I wish. So you just looked in a fucking magazine a bunch of times and seen pictures of stuff, and then all of a sudden you said, I'm going to name myself after that. Like, what the hell? That just don't make no sense. You see what I'm saying? Like, you just wanted to be named that. I mean, I know people make fake little names because they don't want to be called their real name. But, I mean, you got to think of something better than that. Like, the only other thing someone else has called me in the chain gang besides KFROG was Harris, which is my last name. That's the only other nickname you should be having is your last name, other than if you already have a nickname. They shouldn't be calling your ass anything else other than what your last name is, because everyone calls everyone by their last name. If you got a nickname or you ain't got a nickname, people who don't know you are going to call you by your last name regardless, because that's the easiest way to remember everybody in prison. You learn people's last names more than you do their first names when you're incarcerated, So, your ass going to be getting called by your last name whether you like it or not, and people are going to learn it because they're going to hear the officers call you it. They're going to hear the officers calling you for mail, calling you for call-outs, go work in the school building, go work in the kitchen, ICT hearings, whatever it is, they're going to call you by your last name. So after a while, people are going to know, oh, that's him. And then your laundry bags got your name on it. Oh, that's him. You see, so your last name's going to be brought up regardless. But people want to cover shit up, so they try to just get any type of nickname they can. And a lot of times, it don't fit them. You feel me? It doesn't fit them. Now, like, if someone goes to the chain gang, like I said, and they're from Miami, and they say, oh, my nickname's MIA, and they push it and they act like they are the heart of Miami, if they made noise on the streets and they was known in Miami, and they had acknowledged from real Miami people and real hitters from Miami, then okay, it's like, all right, boom. He's known out there by some real people who put on for Miami. But you got people that get locked up, and they'll try to get a name of a neighborhood or a name of a city or whatever to carry that weight just because they want people to think that that's where they're from. And truly, they ain't where they're from. They just know people over there. They've been over there. They stay on the outskirts from over there. They always wanted to be from there. They know where they're truly from. Don't hold weight like that place. You feel me? So they won't say, oh, yeah, I'm really from here. But call me this. No, they're not going to throw that out there like that. You feel me? They want to be called whatever looks like it already has a name for itself. But I guarantee you, if some real people from Miami end up going there, like some people are like, what part of Miami from? Where at though? And go over there and everything, man, you ain't, and they'll call his ass out about it. You feel me? And they'll be like, man, hell nah, bitch, ain't no way in hell, bro. And then when people mention his name, yeah, bro, MIA ain't from over there. He ain't from over there, bro. He lied, bitch. He stay on county line, bro. He from Broward County. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's different ways that shit comes out, but people always want to cover shit up and seem cool. They want to run with whatever name seems cool. To me, I feel like it should be a name that fits you. It should be something that you truly, truly want to stick with you forever. Just like a tattoo. People get dumb tattoos all the time, just like people get dumbass nicknames. But don't push the nickname and represent that shit and then, put in hours and days and years behind it. And then it be some shit that truly ain't true about you, or you really ain't, 100 about the whole shit. And then it just don't make no sense. But like I said, no matter where you go, and it's all the way from when I was a JIT in the juvenile detention centers, people got some funky ass nicknames. Literally. Straight up. And it just blows my mind that they'll come up and they'll introduce themselves, as that type of nickname. You feel me? You'll never come across any other funnier nicknames, bro, than inside of the chain gang. Literally. I'm talking about it's so, mind-blowing that you'd have to see it. And I know some people are going to drop in the comment sections about people that they came across when they were incarcerated that had a nickname named this. You know what I'm saying? There was a dude in there, nickname was Jim Jones. Now, when you think of Jim Jones, you think of the rapper Jim Jones or the drink, right? The little myth about the little poison drink, Jim Jones. That's why he nicknamed himself Jim Jones, because he worked in the kitchen years ago, and he was the one that made the Jim Jones. So he told everyone his name's Jim Jones. I'm like, bro, you're going to stick with your nickname, Jim Jones? And then he'd be like, yeah, bro, I got this name probably 2-3 institutions ago. So when he was in 3 other camps, Before, this ain't even the camp he worked in the kitchen at and started making the Jim Jones. You know what I'm saying? He just took the name from them calling him Jim Jones over there because they'd always ask him, hey, bro, you the one that made it today? But that shit's gas, bro. Da, da, da. So they nicknamed him Jim Jones because he made that shit so sweet, I guess. And then he rode that shit through several institutions, telling people that's his nickname. I'm like, bro, people just be lost in the world, bro. Your ass ain't got nothing to stand for, boy, you gonna fall for anything. Prison ain't the place to be. Having a whack-ass nickname ain't the place to be, and being called something that you truly don't represent ain't where it's at. But anyways, man, I'm gonna wrap this video on up. I just felt like touching the topic on nicknames, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people always want to know how I got the name Kfrog. You know, I had this name since I was 13 years old, literally. You feel me? My name's been KFROG forever. I didn't go to prison to get the nickname. The females try to say, oh, we call him Kfrog because he leaps from hoe to hoe. Which, you know what I'm saying? That's what the females thinks it stands for. You know, and then back in the day, I used to stand some shit, so Kfrog, because feeling froggy leap. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it's been my whole life. But I would never ever go to the chain gang and want to get any other nickname. Anything different than what my name is. You know what I'm saying? When I was 12 years old in the detention center, I used to get in the shit and they called me Spark Plug. I used to get hot and pop off like a spark plug does when it's on like a fucking GoPad or whatever, or a lawnmower. It gets too hot and pops off. I'd get hot at something and pop off on someone. They called me Spark Plug. When I was even younger than that, I had to blow out freckles and shit all on me. Got arrested with a knife as a juvenile. They called me Chucky. You see what I'm saying? But I didn't ride those. Like I didn't say, oh, my name's Spark Plug, my name's Chucky. None of that. That's just what they called me. You feel me? But that wasn't my actual nickname. That's what people called me. Before I was called KFROG. Then once I was 13 years old and I got my name that fit me, KFROG, that's it. And I'm gonna rock that bitch and rap that bitch till the wheels fall off. Straight up. Even if I blew up as a rapper today, boy, that shit gonna come out as KFROG. I'm not gonna change my name to nothing else because it's me. I'm not gonna cover nothing up. You see what I'm saying? And no matter where you go, just remember, you're gonna come across some clowns with the funniest nicknames. You're gonna not even wanna talk to them. You ain't even gonna wanna do business with them. You're gonna be calling them bruh. Hey, bruh. You're gonna say bruh every time because you ain't gonna wanna call them by their clown ass nickname. But anyways, man, I'm gonna wrap this one on up. I appreciate y'all watching the video. Y'all don't forget, drop in the comment section, man. Let me know y'all thoughts. Let me know some of the funny ass nicknames y'all don't came across, or some of the nicknames that you can't believe people were telling people to call them, like Honey Bun. The fuck is wrong with dude, bro? You know what I'm saying? That shit just mind blowing. But anyways, I'm gonna wrap this one on up. I appreciate y'all watching. Y'all take it easy, man, and catch me next time. Keep them squares, rats, clowns, chomos, all them out your circle, and do what you gotta do. Till next time, this Frog.